Hello and welcome. My name is Ashish Behel. I'm from Happiness per KM. Today I'm standing behind the Himalayan. Standing in front of me are two gentlemen. That's Bhanuda, that's Shashank. What we are going to be discussing today is this bike. Is this motorcycle, the Himalayan? It's a motorcycle that evokes a lot of discussion, but unfortunately that discussion doesn't happen. For us, we speak mostly on touring related topics, and if whenever the camera can come up close, like Bhanuda's chest says, 50,000 kilometers of happiness, he's got thousands and thousands and lakhs of kilometers on various bikes. The Himalayan is his motorcycle of choice. Shashank has been riding multiple platforms, including he's ridden this bike as well. What we wanted to discuss today is, let me just set up the context. Hottest motorcycling market on the planet right now. ADV touring as a concept is growing leaps and bounds. Literally every month there is a new model, a new variant coming up, and there has also been a new variant launch of the Himalayan itself. Yet, now the question to you both gentlemen is Himalayan, and I'm saying this with care, is the RE Himalayan a wasted opportunity, or they are doing everything what needed to be done? Are you all happy with the platform?
Yes,
I believe. Yes. In terms of whether it is a wasted opportunity, I'll not say that. It's quite young to be, called as a wasted opportunity. Why I'm saying it's quite young? Because it has been evolving very quickly. BS3, BS4, now BS6. So it has evolved a lot during these 5-6 years of its evolution. Basic point which I feel is they should evolve a little more quickly to beat the market, otherwise it will become a wasted opportunity.
Do you think there's enough demand for such a platform, ADV touring?
yes.
Okay.
One more point which I wanted to state, that in India, Himalayan is not selling just because of its touring capacities or the amazing balance which it offers. It is more selling on trend.
Okay.
He is looking good on this. This is the new trend thing. So I should also buy Himalayan. It is selling right now on this quotient, not on the touring quotient. Very few riders will be actually evaluating it on that particular platform. But
See, Shashank, it's not about sales. Just to give you a context here, India sells about 1 million plus motorcycles every year.
yeah, true.
This sells about, exact figures will obviously only be privy to the manufacturer.
Yeah,
But what we read in secondary reports, this sells about 35,000 motorcycles.
yeah,
1 million plus bikes, 35,000. If this is a sign of things to come, the reason I'm saying it is, our generation
yeah,
is used to touring on cruiser bikes,
yeah.
and then we make do with what comes up.
Right.
If this as a category, ADV touring as a category, is already getting very crowded. There are the high-end and bigger bikes like the Triumph Tiger,
Yeah.
the Africa Twin, the BMWs. Hero has an off-road bike which logically somewhere will come into ADV touring. There are going to be more entrants into this. And now this is where we need to get Bhanu into the conversation.
Basically, Himalayan more comfortable compared to 350cc.
Okay.
I have had 350cc Classic also. I bought this bike in 2018 for my trip to Leh Ladakh. So comfortable तो है बाइक, नो डाउट कंफर्टेबल है, लेकिन पावर अभी भी इसमें कम है, जो पावर इसमें होनी चाहिए.
This is which year?
अंडर पावर 2018 BS4.
BS4. So BS4, if I remember correctly, the Himalayan has about 25 bhp of power, approximately.
Yeah.
Where would you like to have the power?
At least 10 more, 35.
35 is something which is basically required.
So this is why this is now understand the question. Is it a country which is selling 1 million plus bikes?
Yeah,
This is selling 35,000.
yeah,
If this is a sign of times to come, therefore is it a wasted opportunity or
It's a good investment. Buy RE. Right time, test it out, clear all the glitches, then get going.
see what we hear from Himalayan riders, and like Bhanuda is also saying, the riding triangle and the seat position
Seat position.
Amazing.
comfort
Amazing.
is probably unmatched in this price
Absolutely.
bracket
Absolutely.
by miles.
Miles, there, I mean, I've driven 390 Adventure also. There's a lot of discomfort in terms of tank positioning in that bike. In terms of balance, this bike beats all.
See, why are we making this video?
Okay.
When the 2021 Himalayan was announced, we got a lot of messages that it's a cosmetic mod.
Right.
Few colors have come in.
Yeah.
Tripper navigation has come in, and because it's BS6, the BS6 rides a lot better than the earlier versions.
Okay.
Something to do with the tuning and the alignment that they've done between the engine and the rest of the bike. But riders were disappointed. They were disappointed that what will it take for RE to give us this platform with a little more power. Now put it into context of KTM 390 Adventure came,
Yeah.
significantly higher bhp, significantly higher torque, and then technology like ABS and
All those traction controls.
Now the point that the riders, especially the younger riders, are making is that we want to buy the Himalayan, but we miss the sixth gear.
Yeah.
We miss a little bit of grunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And see what has changed. What has changed in touring in the last, especially in the last 5 years, and it's got accelerated. See, we come from a generation, we are slightly patient riders,
Yeah.
But now riders are saying, I want to pull lots of kilometers. Now, if I have to hit Manali in one day, it's approximately 600 kilometers.
Yeah.
So on the Himalayan, they say we'll take too much time. Therefore, the discussion was maybe let's get to Manali and hire a Himalayan there.
Okay. These days, yeah.
So, the point I'm making is as a platform, it's all there. It's now, of course, we riders can keep wishing that all fixes be done overnight, but technically, production-wise, there's
Takes a lot of time.
so,
Yeah.
that's a lot of capex going in, and not everything can happen overnight. Bhanuda, if you were to share with us some experience of yours on Himalaya, maybe from your Ladakh trip, which made this bike your favorite? You speak about the Himalayan with so much love. Why is it the riding position we understand? Tell us about the performance, on-road or off-road handling, and what is it that you would like to see happen and happen quickly?
तो लास्ट मिनट बाइक जब मैंने परचेज़ की ये BS6 हिमालयन 2018 में, मेरा पर्पस था कि लद्दाख जाना है, और क्योंकि मेरा स्पाइन जो है वो ऑपरेट हो चुका 2012 के अंदर, तो क्लासिक 350 मेरी इतनी कंफर्टेबल नहीं थी लॉन्ग राइड के लिए, तो हिमालयन लेके मैं जाना चाहता था। और मेरा पहला एक्सपीरियंस बहुत अच्छा रहा, कंफर्ट काफ़ी रहा अगर कंपेयर करूँ मैं क्लासिक 350 से। तो बाकी ये कि वापसी आते हुए ये हुआ कि मेरा कौन सेट चला गया मनाली क्रॉस करने के बाद, तो ये थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्ब मुझे लगा।
Sorry guys, but phone set evokes that response amongst RE riders.
Yeah.
बाकी वैसे देखें तो इस प्राइस के अंदर, इस प्राइस पॉइंट के अंदर अच्छी बाइक है, कंफर्ट अच्छा है, एवरेज माइलेज अच्छा है। अगर 24 का माइलेज मुझे मिल रहा तो गुड।
लद्दाख में जब आप चला रहे थे, आपको ऑफ रोड इसका कैपेबिलिटी कैसे लगा?
बहुत बढ़िया। अगम शौक से जब मैं चला कारू तक के लिए, तो वो करीब 100 किलोमीटर का रोड था, जो उस टाइम, अब तो शायद बन गया है वो, 18 में वो रोड नहीं बना था, रोड पे काम चल रहा था, तो वो 100 किलोमीटर का जो टोटली ऑफ रोड था वो बड़ा कंफर्टेबली मैंने किया। इस बाइक का एक बेनिफिट ये भी है कि इस बाइक को हम खड़े होकर भी चला सकते हैं, तो वो पूरा 100 किलोमीटर का जो स्टैच था वो जो बिल्कुल डैमेज था, यानी कि जो वर्किंग में था, उसमें इस बाइक में मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं हुई।
और इसका रिलायबिलिटी मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ बिकॉज हर ब्रांड हर मॉडल का कुछ जर्नी होता है। इस हिमालयन का BS3 का जर्नी कुछ कठिन था।
हाँ, BS3 का
काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम्स
हाँ।
आई थी। अब इसका रिलायबिलिटी कैसे है?
अब अगर मैं इसको नंबर दूँ तो 80-20 कहूँगा मैं। 80% 20% कुछ कमी अभी भी इसमें है जिसको ज़रूरत है
जैसे कि
इम्प्रूव करने की। जैसे कि इसका कौन सेट है, इसका फ्यूल गेज है,
और उसका कंपास जिसका अपना मूड है।
हाँ, तो ये कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो अभी भी इम्प्रूव करने की ज़रूरत है।
अगर आज आपको 2021 में एक ADV टूरिंग मोटरसाइकिल लेनी होती तो आप कौन सी लेते?
अगेन हिमालय।
हिमालय। क्यों लेते?
एक तो जो रिलायबिलिटी है वो रॉयल एनफील्ड पे हम लोग की शुरू से है कि काफ़ी मेरे ख्याल पिछले 30-35 साल से रॉयल एनफील्ड पे हम लोग हैं। सर्विस नेटवर्क काफ़ी अच्छा है। पार्ट्स, अगर मेजर जो खर्चा होता है वो पार्ट्स पे होता है, सर्विसिंग पे होता है, तो वो अगर कंपेयर करें और उससे तो आरी का हमको कम ही पड़ता है। और नेटवर्क ऐसा है कि आपको कहीं गांव देहात इलाके में भी मैकेनिक इजीली अवेलेबल हो जाता है। तो अगर मैं दोबारा फील लेना चाहूँगा तो BS6, जैसे मैं काफ़ी उसका रिव्यू मैंने देखा है तो BS6 मच बेटर है, काफ़ी कंफर्टेबल है। कुछ फीचर्स उसके चेंज किए हैं, कुछ कॉस्मेटिक्स चेंज किए हैं। तो मैं अगर दोबारा जाना चाहूँगा तो मैं फिर से ही हिमालयन BS6 पे जाना चाहूँगा।
What do you think? See, because what do we keep hearing back as feedback? That the
Yeah.
Himalayan is heavier than competition.
Yes,
It's-
it is.
It's under par than competition, and in an off-roading context,
आई फील जो ऑफ रोडिंग कॉन्टेक्स्ट है, जो पावर की कमी का इशू सभी राइडर्स को होता है, वो सिर्फ इसी वजह से है कि ऑफ रोडिंग के अंदर वो मार खाती है। ए थोड़ा सा हैवी है, तो उसके लिए उसको कैचअप करने के लिए थोड़ा अगर इंजन में पावर ज़्यादा हो तो वो कैचअप हो जाता है, लेकिन वो वहाँ पे मार खा जाता है। अपग्रेड हो और ये 650 का जो हम काफ़ी टाइम से सुन रहे हैं, वेट कर रहे हैं कि इंजन अगर इसके अंदर आ जाए, तो मुझे लगता है दैट्स माय पर्सनल फील कि दैट विल बी द मोर बैलेंस्ड ऑफ रोडर। ट्रायम्फ टाइगर के लिए बहुत टफ कंपटीशन हो जाएगा इंडियन मार्केट में।
so you just said a very interesting thing, and I'll ask you both. If tomorrow the Himalayan had, say, 45 bhp of power
लवली,
and 50 Newton meter of torque,
वाह।
do you think any competition has a chance?
My belief is Ari understands the Indian market very well in terms of pricing segmentations. So अगर वो 650 प्लस इंजन्स में अगर वो वेंचर आउट करते हैं, हमारे जैसे दीवाने और पागल होने वाले हैं।
See, 650, while this rumor has been going on and there's already so much in the media on the alleged 650 Himalayan, but let's also understand one thing, with the 650 Himalayan, they'll have to, as and when if it comes up, it's a complete re-engineering. It needs a new chassis. It's a big engine. This is a 410cc. That's a 6. So the point I'm trying to make is, even with its current weight, if this is the best that they can do right now, and somewhere what is going to happen is, so while your point on price is absolutely correct, this is approximately 2.4 lakhs on road.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a KTM 390 is approximately 3.75.
3 plus, yeah.
So the difference is big.
Yeah.
But what some of the youngsters are saying is that, look, that gives me more power, that gives me more convenience. Now, here is the question which probably only you two can answer, because you have the experience. In real world touring conditions, especially when you are doing some tarmac, some off-road, some water, some snow, are the current specs on a scale of 10, how good are they? Because see, there is also a very growing loyal breed of Himalayan loyalists who say it's good enough for Indian conditions. This is good. We wish it was a little lighter. We wish it was a little more powerful. Competition is only going to grow. More and more offerings are going to come in.
Yeah.
And while we understand the love for Ari, having said that, there has been no real performance upgrade in this motorcycle for some time.
Exactly.
You can keep changing colors, you can
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
giving a navigation or two, but
Colors will not matter.
correct. And also, what people are telling us is that as lives have become busier, the window to ride is getting shorter for some. Therefore, they want to cover longer distances.
Yeah.
That is when they feel the lack of power.
Yeah.
When they want to, pull long distances on the highways, and when they want to do aggressive off-road, is when they feel the lack of grunt.
Yeah.
Now, see the two ways to process it. Either जो है सो है. Manuda, you've ridden this motorcycle all over.
Yes.
Do you really feel the lack of power?
मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता क्योंकि जितना मैंने इस बाइक को अभी अराउंड करीब 70,000 प्लस भी ये हो चुकी है 2 ईयर 10 मंथ्स के अंदर, तो जो फील पहाड़ों पे या हाई जो
पे, हाँ।
फील जो आता है वो शायद ही मुझे किसी और बाइक पे आए.
Okay, what about you, Shashank?
मुझे लगता है कि ये स्टिल इट नीड्स अ लिटिल मोर पावर. थोड़ा सा पावर होएगा तो पहाड़ों में चढ़ने में थोड़ा और आसानी होगी. पीपल लाइक मी ऑल्सो हु आर लिटिल बल्कियर for them definitely bike needs little more power. 400 cc 410 cc is not that much enough for a bike which has got potential so much like Himalayan. Balance एक बाइक का ट्रैक्शन कंट्रोल ये सब टेक्नोलॉजी सब ओके, लेकिन जो बैलेंस हिमालयन ने मुझे आज तक बहुत सारी बाइक चलाई है, इसके जैसा बैलेंस मुझे नहीं दिखा किसी और बाइक के.
इवन बैलेंस, इवन कॉर्नरिंग अगर हम करते हैं, हील
Cornering,
करते हैं तो बहुत ही कंट्रोल है
बहुत कंट्रोल.
जो शायद
मुझे
दूसरी
लगता है
बाइक के
कि
अंदर
दिस इज अ स्टॉर्म इन मेकिंग. बना रहे हैं तो थोड़ा सा अच्छा बना दो, बस इतना ही सही इच्छा है.
So while yes, price is important, tomorrow would you be comfortable taking this for a 1500 kilometer ride, say in 3 days? Or is it going to excite you or is it going to tire you? Given the capability of the current
नहीं.
motorcycle.
परफेक्ट है.
परफेक्ट है.
1500 इज नथिंग.
नथिंग. एवरेज जो होता है एवरेज 6 से लेके 800 किलोमीटर की पर डे की राइड तो हमारी होती है 12 घंटे के अंदर.
I'm just going to ask a hypothetical question. अगर इसमें 10 bhp ज़्यादा होता या 10 किलो कम हो जाता वजन और 10 न्यूटन मीटर टॉर्क ज़्यादा होता, तो would you prefer this over a cruiser motorcycle? What is the advantage of a ADV touring motorcycle today that you see?
I think the biggest advantage is the comfort in riding from a cruiser, a current cruiser which we have. थोड़ा additional comfort है, plus as I again say the plus point about Himalayan is the balance. आप खड़े होकर आराम से चला सकते हो इसको. Stance on normal cruisers is not such that you could stand, take a break even during riding.
Fabulous point. So just to add to it, I have ridden the Ari Himalayan a lot. I have done a fair amount of kilometers on it. I miss a sixth gear.
Yeah.
I miss some grunt, especially when I am off-road. When you are doing
Right.
off-road or when you are doing gravel or when you are doing snow, lots of times, and especially in the mountains because of the snow, you need that grunt to get out of trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
But having said that, I honestly believe, and I'm genuinely saying this, I think this is one of the biggest opportunities.
I completely agree with you.
If they could just do something
A small bit, that's it.
See, technically,
It's a winner.
Technically, engineering-wise, those small bits, it's a small bit for us. But
Yeah.
to make it is quite a big ask.
Yeah.
But if
The
they
whole
could
setup
do it,
changes.
I ride an Intercept.
Okay.
Lots of times, and we ride long. Lots of times, you take a turn and the road disappears. So while we are used to riding in Indian conditions, therefore it doesn't bother us that much. But
Yeah.
at that point in time, the first bike that I think of is the Himalayan.
Himalayan, yeah, perfect.
Because to me, the comfort, the stance of the bike,
Yeah,
the 2117 setup,
yeah,
I think it's fabulous.
fabulous.
It's just that slight,
That's what we all say, and we always hope that it will get better in the coming years to beat the competition. It is already beating the competition. 390 Adventure is there from quite some time now, but it is still the most preferred bike by the riders. The only reason is, not just one reason. There are many reasons. Price factor is there. Service factor is there. जितना ज़्यादा टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस हो जाती है बाइक, उतना ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाती है. जितना ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाती है, उतना ज़्यादा लोकल लेवल के मैकेनिक्स को हाथ लगाते हुए डर लगता है.
Any issues with this bike that you have faced in your riding in all conditions? Concept, yes, concept.
यस कॉन्सेप्ट ओनली. बाकी मैं बोलूँगा कि मैं इतनी राइड्स जो अभी 70,000 प्लस का हो चुकी है.
You've done 70,000 kilometers?
Yeah.
Amazing.
तो अभी जो हो चुकी 70,000, लेकिन मैं बोलूँगा कि अभी रिसेंटली मैं राइड किया मुंबई से दिल्ली, मुंबई दिल्ली का. तो एवरेज मुझे ब्रेकडाउन का कोई अभी तक, पंचर को छोड़ो, बाकी वो छोटी मोटी चीज़ें हैं, बाकी ऐसा कोई मेजर ब्रेकडाउन का आज तक कोई इश्यू नहीं है.
I think a little bit to do with the maintenance also.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, bit to do with the maintenance. The way he maintains his bike is, before every ride start, everything is checked properly.
That's how it should be.
Probably people who might face such issues is only because they miss out that checkup.
इवन
So-
राइड स्टार्ट होने से पहले और राइड से आने के बाद
दोनों टाइम.
तो दोनों चीज़ मेजर है कि पूरा प्रॉपर का बाइक का चेकअप, ऑयल, फ्यूज, बैटरी, टायर्स, ट्यूब. ये नहीं कि राइड पे निकलना तो चलो ठीक है, बस अपना इग्निशन ऑन किया और निकल गए. तो उस बैटरी
इंजन
की
ऑयल
पहले
चेंज
से
करने से सर्विस नहीं है.
नहीं होती.
But it's a fairly easy motorcycle to repair.
Absolutely.
Just in case you need it.
Absolutely. I have a lot of friends who do it service at their home. You probably don't need a very बहुत ज़्यादा experience, technical वो सब चीज़ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Oil change, your brake checks, all you can do at home.
एयर फिल्टर, फ्यूल फिल्टर,
yeah.
ऑयल, इन चीज उसको देख ले तो काफ़ी है.
So guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Just to sum up, and why do we think it's so important? Because as people who ride long, the point to be made here is quite a simple one actually. If you are riding 500 kilometers in any direction in India, assume you will find at least 3 to 4 different kinds of terrain. If you start off from tarmac, you could be in the mountains, water, gravel, snow, sand. That is where a ADV touring platform like this can be an absolute winner. Because, an out and out road cruiser bias bikes like an Interceptor or the 350 Classics or the 500s, Thunderbirds, and many other such platforms, they are tarmac bias bikes.
Yeah.
Okay. This bike, I can say from experience, I have thrown everything at it and it takes it with a grip. But because of the lack of power and a bit on the heavier side, it does the job, but it's got a tired smile on it. If we could fix it, this possibly has the potential to be India's #1 bike.
Absolutely. Completely agree, sir, on this.
Because the stance, the looks, the absolute tearaway emotion that it evokes, especially amongst the youngsters, amongst the seasoned touring fraternity, especially people who do mountains, they have enormous amount of respect for this bike. And we have seen this bike go up till -25, -30 in the harshest of conditions.
Yes.
And people who are Himalayan loyalists, they would remember those videos and those photographs. Motorcycle covered in snow.
Yeah.
Starts riding off. So it's for Indian conditions, this is a gem. And if possible, Here are wishes. If you have any Himalayan stories to share, or if you would want to share your point of view of, do you think Himalayan is a wasted opportunity or a storm in the making, please write into the comments. Thank you, Bhanuda. Thank you,
Thank you.
Shashank.
Thank you.
And as always, if you like this video, please click like, share and subscribe to Happiness Per KM. Thank you so much.